Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Naaman with the Great Millstone Camp here in DC, and I'm back for another video. But first and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Hakwadash. Hold on just one second. All right, that should do it. Just want to make sure I'm not talking and it's not being recorded. All right. Let me give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to also send out salutations to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways. All right. Pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Also, we have the many, many videos that are uploaded and go out over the airwaves. All right. There for the edification of whomever. But mainly, we do this in order to wake up the remaining hopeful elect of our people, that remnant. All right. This is the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by Salakia. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that may otherwise be infringing. However, nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use. And wow, this is, well, if you think what I'm about to show you is coincidence, what are we going to do, people? What are we going to do? Some of you, this is a site called Here's What Is Really Going On. And for this video, we're going to go into this. Yeah, this is really strange. Aside from Peter Thiel escaping to Argentina. All right. Here's what's really going on with the junkyard fires. Check this out. In 2024, there were 430 reported fires across all waste and recycling categories. Did you get that? 430. 129 junkyard fires, 30% of them. 129 junkyard fires. In 2025, we had record high junkyard fires, reporting 134, and there was 448 incidents, again, across all waste and recycling categories. So you ask, what does this have to do with me? Well, it has to do with the fact that all cars in 2027 sold in the United States are going to have basically advanced impairment driving technology. This was a bipartisan bill 24-22-0, which directs the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to install this technology in all cars by 2027. Again, bipartisan, signed by Joe Biden. Uh-oh. Right? Meaning that they can kill switch your car anytime they want. So who else passed the dystopian nightmare that is going Here to goes. Here goes. Okay. Well, it would have been Obama. There you go. He removed 750,000 cars from the American roads. Okay? So if you take Obama's cash for clunkers, Biden's signed infrastructure bill, and then look at where we're at now, we're again heading towards a dystopian nightmare where you can only own a new car, which again indebts you to the system. Right, because we grew up, anybody young, we all got a $500 car. Yeah, got a hoopty and started working on it. And now you're going to be forced to buy a new car. Uh-oh. There are no used cars, and now, obviously, there are no junkyards to support the parts for those older cars. Meaning, what they're doing is they're forcing us all to buy an expensive new car that has technology that can be turned off if they don't like what you're doing. Uh-huh. Drunk driving. That's not what this is about. This may be more about the fact that you're going to a rally and doesn't want you to. It won't let you. It'll say, I'm sorry. Today, we're not letting you drive. Your blood pressure's up. You're aggravated. You've been on Facebook signing up for a rally in your hometown against the oligarchs or data centers. But wait, that's not all. The bipartisanship of this entire thing, it is both sides. As I pointed out, you had Biden had Obama, right, and now under Trump, all of this stuff.
So, and this is what we've been trying to tell you people, but you're going to always get the, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Oh. No, we're going to have that crowd. But let me ask you this. Is it conspiracy now? Starting to sink in? Let's get a scripture. See, that's why we're out here on the highways and byways. All right, let's go to, and again, we're out here for our people. We don't give a shit if you're other people, but the sad part of it is Jake has been brought down so low and is into such folly that unfortunately the heathen will grasp it before they will. All right, this is verse 3 is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry," and that's unfortunately a lot, Jake has a problem with patience. All right. Especially in the world we live in today. It says, uh, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. All these things, and of course, this is the prophecies. Excuse me.
Follow me on this one. An ex-huge mega supporter, Congressman Thomas Macy.
I'm trying to, for some reason, yeah, they got Massey up out of there.
Had a provision to repeal this entire law.
Okay. Now, here's a word that, because when we see these prophecies will happen. Again, Jake has a problem with, we're on the most highest time scale, because it said, scripture say, not even the Son, not even Yahweh Shai knows when that time will be. All right. Inevitability. All right. Let's look at Cambridge. Oh, crap. Why is it giving me a bad gap? Let's see. Let's try thesaurus. All right. Get the synonyms: confidence, trust, belief, a certitude, conviction, definiteness, meaning it is going to happen. All right. Regardless. All right. Let's see. Let's see. If you can see it under Cambridge, the fact of being certain to happen and unable to be avoided or prevented. Inevitability. This is inevitable. All right. These devils are going down. They know it. The ones at the very top. This is why things are happening the way they are happening. All right. They know they're losing their grip. All right. And they themselves know, hey, they can't get out of these prophecies. However they try to alter them, it's not going to work. All right, so you're going to see all kinds of crazy shit, and that's why when you have Daniel 12 and 1, all right, it says it's going to be a time like no other. All roads, again, are going to end up at the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the C-hip. It's an inevitability. It will certainly happen, all right?
And look what happened in his primary. They got rid of him. The Republicans campaigned.
They spent millions to get him up out of there.
His outspokenness about this was one of the reasons that he did win his primary. Again, I'm trying to do this because my point on all this is that it's both sides that are working to,
for you stupid ass Jakes.
Hellscape for us, and they've been
Yep.
Here's what's really going on with the junkyard fires. Check this out.
So I just thought I'd, like a public service announcement type thing. Oh, crap.
Everything about this.
Hold on. Hold on. I wanted to get the comments. All right.
Here's what's really going on with the junkyard fires. Check this.
All right, here we go. They don't want people to fix their old cars with used parts. They want everyone to buy new subscription based surveillance vehicles. And that's it. All right. To sum it up, yet nobody can afford new vehicles. So that's wild, too. Guess I'll be breaking out the old Swen bicycle.
Have you guys watched
God
the
dang it.
bros?
How sensitive is this?
I don't know if
Holy crap.
here's what's really
The
going
hell
on
did that?
with the junkyard fires.
Salaki. All right. Let's see. Where was I? All right. Yep. Pay for our own surveillance. Can't stop it. Also, BlackRock is closing all AutoZones. For those of you that didn't know, AutoZones closing, and they had sent out a message saying they're going running mighty low on motor oil. All right, O'Reilly's, etc. You get the picture. That's all cars. Google it. Vanguard is largest owner of AutoZone's shares. Wow. See how they be creeping behind while everybody's distracted by bullshit. See what they be doing? Here's a guy says Lynn Cook 59. I can still buy parts and rebuild kits. I rebuild engines and I get parts online new for vintage and late noodles. People are not going out of business because of new cars. I've been a mechanic 46 years. Someone will make parts to make money. I'm skeptical about that. I don't think he's looking at the big picture. He says you can't even get parts for new vehicles. Parts are on back order. Good point. Yeah, it's wild how they exert their control. That's why I think the way out is to get into popular older cars like 90s and older. Yeah, something happened in Minnesota. God, is it earlier in the year where they're trying to make it harder for people with classic vehicles? Yeah, so this has been in the works. It says, I know guys whose Silverados and Sierras have been sitting for 2 years waiting on parts. It says, I have a 2003 Chevy 1500 V6. I bought it new and so easy to work on. 200,000 miles. Transmission and motor never been worked on. Guys at my work are suffering from experience payments. I paid 27,000. Glad I did. Add the facts that the largest auto parts stores, AutoZone, is closing 743 stores. The largest auto parts manufacturer is filing for bankruptcy. There will be a shortage of parts. Duh. Can't afford a new car? No matter what they do, guess I'll buy a horse and a carriage. America, the land of the free. Yeah, right. It's all designed. Very suspicious. Someone said there's over 8,000 auto service junkyards in the US. Okay. E15 gas is going to destroy engines. That's another aspect of it. All right. So I think you get the picture. It's all about that control, man. But this place is out of here. That's the only thing. Uh, that's the good news, And our salvation is nearer than we believe. So with that, yeah, I just thought I'd put this information out there. Uh, we almost out of here. All right. So with that, once again, I hope whoever views this has been edified. That's what we aim to do here at the Great Millstone. Filter everything through the scriptures. And once again, as a reminder, remain circumspect out here. Keep your eyes and ears open. So with that, hey, shalom.